Boom shakalaka, I sold all my Bitcoin today. Hear me out. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including the title, I sold all my Bitcoin today. Hear me out. Before we get into things, guys, like the video, come join us on Twitter with Crypto Love, and subscribe to the channel, the OG Crypto and Bitcoin YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017. Who else can say that? Now, before we get into things, guys, there's Fear and Greed Index. But before we get into that, I should just be honest. I did not sell all my Bitcoin and cryptocurrency today. However, you do want to hear me out because this is a very interesting video. And yes, that was a clickbait title, but you've already clicked, so you might as well watch it. Now, today, the Fear and Greed Index at 51 neutral. I suspect tomorrow, Fear and Greed Index will be into fear. People are starting to get scared. The overall market down 4% today. Bitcoin sitting just above $60,000. Ethereum at 3,300. And you can see the rest of the coins right there. Now, Bitcoin still in what could be considered an extended bull flag, but has broken beneath the 1500-day moving average, broken beneath the 21-day EMA. And you can see the blue line, the 21 EMA, is actually crossing below both the 50 and the 100-day moving average. As of right now, Bitcoin price where this green dashed line is still above the 200-day moving average, which coincidentally is right at the bottom of the bull flag trend, roughly $57,000. Now, there are three bar patterns here, very light, so that you can see the actual price today. These three bar patterns are exactly what Bitcoin did the last time the 21 EMA, this blue line, broke below the yellow and the green line. So all three of these, or two out of three, had Bitcoin price going down, as a matter of fact, very close to the bottom of this bull flag structure, before eventually going up to much higher prices like $74,000, or if we go out further, like $170,000, or even more, if we can find that one. Can't scroll over there. Roughly $108,000. Now, why is this happening? Well, it's happening because of miner capitulation. Miners are selling Bitcoin, this time for an extended period of time. If we look historically, back in 2020, they sold for roughly 8 days. In 2016, they sold for 24 days. As of right now, they've been selling for 61 days so far. When does Bitcoin recover? Well, when the weak miners die and hash rate recovers. But this is one for the record books, as it's taking a lot of time for miner capitulation post-halving. Probably can thank ordinal inscriptions boosting profits and keeping some of them alive longer than they need be. Now, eyeballing this Bitcoin speculation intensity model, probably 1 to 4 more weeks of cooling down before Bitcoin price action is sufficiently boring. But we're certainly getting there with the price dropping. People are probably getting pretty darn fearful, considering selling everything, like the title of the video today. Now, this chart, self-explanatory. Next 6 weeks, yeah, probably continuing down in that bull flag trend, maybe to $60,000 where we are now, maybe down to $56,000 for a bottom. But over the next 6 months, things will turn around, and then prices will likely go up through 2024 and 2025. As a matter of fact, we are right now in a fear and disbelief phase. Generally, the sentiment is this bull run is over, people lose hope, they start selling, and then things take off, as opposed to euphoria phases when the price is going up to the moon, and then eventually price just continues to plummet. Just a reminder where we are right now. Bitcoin does not stay asleep for very long, but in these sideways movements, this is generally where we are right now. These are on the way up. Now we start to see Bitcoin finding support where we are now, as opposed to Bitcoin going down as it only did in one of the past 6 cases. So going up would be likely the scenario for Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, if we take a look, Bitcoin, for some reason or another, maybe it's just because people look, but Bitcoin actually does have a very strong correlation with NVIDIA. When NVIDIA goes up, so does Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, there's a flippening happening right now on Google Trends in terms of searches for Bitcoin and for NVIDIA. You can see here the Bitcoin in orange and the NVIDIA in blue are crossing. Now, last time this happened, right back here in 2020, let's zoom up. This was right before Bitcoin price ramped up. Well, let's take a look at the time before that when it happened. Right back here in 2017, scroll up, right before Bitcoin price took off. Oh, would you look at that? People are forgetting about Bitcoin right now, going into NVIDIA, and then all of a sudden, things will take off for Bitcoin when people are least expecting it. Now, historically, Bitcoin macro expansion, these are 2-month candles, happens between 12 and 14 months. Right now, we're in 4 months in terms of expansion, which means we should have roughly 8 to 10 more months of expansion or higher Bitcoin prices before this cycle is over. And the first 4-week parabolic money flow signal on Bitcoin since 2017. This did not happen last bull run, but each of these had a nice blow off top. We did not get wicked off with all the paper Bitcoin trading. And like Bitcoin, so for altcoins, think it's over, so did they back then. As altcoins came to rest on this 200 EMA, well, take a look. This was right before things took off in previous cycles. Could be once again the same exact pattern forming. It certainly looks very similar with the SAR dropping below there. But, this time's different, right? Well, when in doubt, zoom out. Bitcoin is still in its parabola right now, and it's above the all-time high of 2021 based on these monthly candles. Merely sideways movement within a range. Plan remains the same. Upwards after that, you can see Bitcoin does respect these parabolas historically. Why wouldn't it do so this time? Check out this signal. This one should make your jaw drop. There's only one other time in history when Bitcoin's 2-week Gaussian channel has flipped green like it did right here. Same thing happened back here in 2016 before one of the most epic parabolic bull runs for Bitcoin. Right now, price consolidation at the upper high marked the halfway point for the parabolic move, meaning that we have the better half coming up soon. And just a hint as to how soon we will have $1 million Bitcoin. Willy Woo taking a look at Bitcoin being on track for $1 million per Bitcoin as the fair value within 10, 11 years by 2035. Now, this is the fair value, not the peak, not the trough, but the actual fair value of Bitcoin, not peak, not trough. Based on this, based on total user count adoption, it's a mere 11 years. Can you buy a Bitcoin, which is right now $60,000, wait 11 years, and then have it be worth $1 million? Well, almost guaranteed you will. I can't wait to look back at this chart in 11 years and be like, see, I told you so. So anyways, that's all for this video. I didn't sell all my Bitcoin. I didn't sell any of it because, hey, I'm not in it for the short term. I'm in it for the long term. And guess what? I heard at the beginning, if you own 1 Bitcoin, you can be set for life. And based on this, I would absolutely guarantee that you can. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, join us on Twitter, the Crypto Love. And YouTube says you should watch that video right there, and you don't want to disappoint YouTube. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.